So, wow, just disappeared for a moment. I have to call Review Tech USA out because I really enjoy the videos, love them. I got a lot of time for the guy. The guy, he calls it how it is. He says the shit that he needs to say, and that's awesome, right? But there is a real problem between what the guy from Review Tech, and I'm sorry I don't know the guy's name, but what he says about VR and the new console systems, and the death of the console industry, and what I think is the future. Now, I'm definitely not saying that there is no, or that there is a secure future for the console industry, because it could all be fucked, right? This could be the last console. They are mid-range PCs. There's no reason really to buy one rather than a PC, except for the convenience. The fact you stick it in your lounge and it's just there, right? I personally think, to be fair, you're probably right. Right, the future is PCs or some kind of data hub which holds RAM and all that shit. I'm not as technical as other people, but basically just a hub, and you've got your TV, your smart TV, or your console. It'll play games. It'll show you TV stuff, shows and movies, play music, and you can hook it up to different parts in the house. You can check your emails, all that shit, right? That's the future. The future is a hub. It's not going to be, you're not going to have a PC and an Xbox. You're just going to have a thing, whatever it is, that does everything, right? And play games on it if you want, or just check your emails, right? That's my prediction. Excuse me. But genuinely, I think that there is a potential here for a market leader. I think there's a potential for a market leader in Xbox, and I think people are missing a trick when they neglect them because of the hardware of the PlayStation. Now, I want to buy a PlayStation. I think they look fucking awesome. They are old school, right? But the thing about the Xbox is it's got all this potential because they've sold you the Kinect. The Kinect was shit. I didn't buy one. Never bought one for the 360. Loved the 360. It was the daddy, right? But the Kinect has potential if you combine it with virtual reality. If you combine the Kinect with virtual reality, so that you've got motion control within a virtual reality system, then I think Microsoft have got the win, right? Now, PlayStation can do it, but that is where I think the future is. See, if I'm reloading a gun, I've got a headset on, and you're right, Rich, dude, you're right. Loads of times, all I want to do is sit, play a controller on the screen. Particularly if I'm with friends or I'm drinking a beer, I'm having a chat, I just want to play some shit with them. But if I'm on my own, and I personally think with the speed of the internet, particularly in Europe, and I imagine in the US it's the same, although I have heard that your internet connections aren't as good, possibly as the UK, just because of investment, just because we're a smaller country and the government has sort of invested a lot of money in high-speed broadband for everyone, in the hope that that will help us be competitive in the future with you crazy kids in America. I'm not boasting, I'm just saying that that's what the government's done. So you've got high-speed broadband, and so you can play online. You've got all this processing power of the new generation, plus possibly the cloud if they can utilise it. You've got virtual reality, and you've got the Kinect. Now, the potential for that is insane. It's insane. If you can imagine playing a game, I remember back in the 90s, early 90s, the virtual reality with the shitty headsets and the terrible there was just fucking nothing. It was just polygons everywhere, and it was confusing as fuck because it was blue sky and the grey was a floor. It was terrible, man. Still, even now, I played a virtual reality game, as I say, when I was a child. It must have been 8 or 9. And I still remember it. Now, I remember it because I looked left, turned my head left, and I was in a plane, supposed to be in a plane, and I just flew into the floor. My dad had paid quite a lot of money for me to play it, And I still remember being there and just being fucking confused. Fucking really confused. But that doesn't mean that it didn't stick with me or it wasn't an awesome experience. And the very thought of having an experience even like that, better than that, with more polygons, with more detail, with the same motion control, so I can move to the left and everything responds, in my own home, playing against people online, and something like COD or even Mario Kart is fucking insane. That shit is insane. That's the kind of shit we dreamed about when we were kids. So, in short, you mix motion control with virtual reality and all the hardware that we've got today, plus possibilities of the cloud, and I'm telling you, that is the future. They'll only release 2 or 3 games a year, maybe even only one game a year, that is shit hot. It will recoup. You imagine you'll set the world on fire if you can give them an experience of a virtual world in which motion control happens, people are competitive, and they exist online. Then I promise you, I guarantee, I've got nothing to give, nothing to guarantee, but I promise you that is the future, and that is what people will pay money for. So, Review Tech, Rich, naysayers of VR, I think, played right. Now is the time for the future. And the other thing I'll say is that, because going back to the beginning, we'll all have a hub in our house, which is like the data processor hub, and that will do our emails and our phone, and it will do everything, TV, entertainment, everything that we want. So that leaves no place really for the consoles, unless the consoles realise that virtual reality has applications for all things business, entertainment, video games. That's the future. Anyway, let me know what you think. If it's nice, if it's not, still let me know what you think. Why not? Fuck it. It's cool. Anyway, my prediction: virtual reality, motion control, processing power of next generation plus the cloud means that is where the future is. And if you don't see it, I'm sorry. 10 years time, check this video and send me some horrible shitty comment, because I'm gonna be right. Done. Drunk. Done. Good night. Take it easy. Bye.